Hello, everybody. Elizabeth McCoy here with Elizabeth McCoy Inspires. And today I'm going to be talking to you about unexpected obstacles and struggles. Now, I'm sure you know whenever you're faced with unexpected obstacles and struggles that it's not always easy. And of course, if you've been following my journey for any amount of time, you know that it is full of nothing but unexpected obstacles and struggles that would have stopped many dead in their tracks. I was a beautiful 14-year-old girl. I had dreams, I had talents, and I had gifts. I was very popular. I was a singer-songwriter, had been singing since the age of 7 and performing on stages. My voice teacher saw my talent. She had actually gotten me arranged to be in a recording studio in the spring of my 8th grade year, 2000, recording a demo tape. I had dreams of making it big on the country music stage. We had professional pictures taken. I was very popular, very athletic, played every sport, always had a boyfriend. Everyone wanted to be my friend. Then, on August 26, 2000, 1 week into my freshman year of high school, I was hit with the biggest unexpected obstacle that I would ever face. I was severely injured in a car accident, suffering a traumatic brain injury. My family was faced with the thought of losing me. I was left fighting for my life. The doctors were preparing my family for the very worst, which was me not making it, because the chances of me surviving this injury was very small. They had to place me in a drug-induced coma to help the swelling of my brain go down. That would give me the best likelihood of survival. Once I came out of that coma, I basically had to relearn how to do everything. I went from being a popular, beautiful, independent 14-year-old girl, basically reduced to that of an infant, relying on someone to help me with all of my needs, everything. I couldn't even sit on the edge of the bed by myself. And I definitely wasn't standing on my own 2 feet. I had to relearn to walk, talk, and care for myself again. What 14-year-old girl ever expects that to happen? None. How is it that you currently cope with unexpected obstacles and challenges that you're faced with each and every day that just come right out of the blue? My hope is by hearing my message, hearing my story, is that you can take the strategies that I've learned and be able to use those same strategies to learn to overcome just as I did. So that you too can learn to rise above these obstacles and these difficulties. Because that I know, when you learn to rise above the obstacles and the struggles, that is when you're going to find just exactly what you're capable of. And here's my little secret. That brings freedom. You gain freedom when you can learn to rise above the obstacles, the struggles, and the challenges of each and every day. So it's October 13th, 2.5 weeks of being in the inpatient rehab unit, and I'm ready for discharge. I'm excited because it's a Friday. My grandparents brought my dad up from our hometown so that he could drive me and my mom home. I was going to have time to go home and nap and rest for a little bit and then get to go to the high school football game. Kind of get back to being a normal teenager, more normal than my life had been the last several weeks and couple of months. I was still very weak, so I continued to require a walker when I was up and walking. Still required a wheelchair for long distances because I fatigued so quickly. So my parents rented a wheelchair, they rented a walker. I was excited to get to sleep in my own bed. I was finally going to get to sleep in my own bed after 49 days of being in hospitals. All I wanted was a decent night's sleep. I just hadn't been able to get a decent night's sleep since coming out of my coma. No matter what the doctors would prescribe to help me to sleep, they never worked 100% of the time. Now, this wasn't going to be the end of my rehab. My mom and I were going to get to spend 2 nights at home, and then we'd have to get back in the vehicle on Sunday to take the 2.5-hour drive back to Kansas City, where I would start a day program Monday through Friday to continue to get the intensive rehab that I needed in order to get me stronger, to make it safe for me to go back to school, because I was still using the walker. So we needed to improve my balance. We needed to get my strength stronger so that I could be able to manage in the hallways. If you can think about high school, crowded hallways, lockers, kids bumping into one another. That's all I needed, was to be using a walker and get knocked down and risk hurting myself. Now, my struggles weren't over. One of the big struggles that I had with this therapy day program was one of the physical therapists that evaluated me. She was not the nicest. She didn't seem to have any compassion. She was kind of gruff. Didn't have any empathy. In my opinion, she shouldn't have been working with children at all. Many times when she would speak to me, I would wonder what I did wrong. I was very happy that I only worked with her for a day or two, and then she transferred my care over to a physical therapist assistant named Craig. He was awesome. He was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun to work with. Make jokes, have me laughing, and it was great. He was one of the people that helped me to really get through this 6-week program. Him and a couple other therapists that were fun to work with. Janet, the teacher that would help me to get caught up on my schoolwork in between therapy sessions. One Sunday, Mom and I were headed back to Kansas City. We were focused on just getting to the Ronald McDonald House and getting unpacked and ready for the week ahead, listening to country music on the radio, when all of a sudden, bam! A young man lands in the middle of the windshield right in front of me. Mom was shaken up. I, on the other hand, was completely hysterical and distraught. Can you blame me? I had been injured just weeks prior in a car accident that I have no recollection of. Still trying to get my bearings and figure out my life. Trying to recover, get back to where I needed to be. And now a young man who was skateboarding and decided to jump parked cars on a road in a neighborhood we were driving 30 or 35 miles an hour down, just a block or two from our destination, lands in the windshield right in front of me. Obviously, we didn't see him. We had just turned onto the road, so we didn't see him jumping parked cars. And apparently he didn't look before he decided to jump that parked car to see that there was a vehicle coming down the road. I was so shaken up. Luckily he wasn't injured. He was able to walk away. When I got back to the Ronald McDonald house that night, I went to bed early. I didn't even eat dinner. I just needed to rest and sleep to try to forget about what had just happened. Can you think back to a time when you've been hit with a difficult circumstance, an unexpected struggle that you just didn't see coming? How did you handle it? Something I've learned over the years is that I just have to trust and know that it's all going to work itself out in the end. And I knew I couldn't let these obstacles stop me. I had to keep going. And I did my best to try to stay positive. Psalms 91:11 says, "For he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go." I need you to know that and believe that with all of your heart. And never forget it. And try to stay positive. Positivity is key, especially in times like this. There were so many times in the 4 to 6 years following the car accident that I would ask, why? Why me? Thinking only about the negative stuff that was going on in my life. I was just very blessed that I was able to keep my hope and I was able to stay positive, and I relied on the Lord to be my strength. Ask the Lord to be your strength. He can get you through these difficulties. He can get you through these struggles that you're faced with each and every day. Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus." Know that in your heart. Know that God cares for you. He cares for us all, and he only wants what's best for us. He's going to continue to provide everything that you need. I promise you this. So trust and know that God will continue to protect you through anything and everything you face each day. So continue to walk by faith and not by sight. Because he's going to order his angels to protect you wherever you go. I promise you this. Keep your hope. And just know that the unexpected challenges that you're faced with each day, that's what's going to help you to grow. That's what's going to help you to grow into the person you're meant to be. So that you can continue to face struggles that may come along in the future, so much easier and get through them and continue to learn from each and every one of them. I know that you can get through these challenges and these obstacles because I have. You have dreams. I need you to believe in yourself. Those dreams that you have deep inside of you, I need you to know that you have everything inside of you to make those dreams come true, to make those dreams a reality. But you can't stop now. So don't give up. Keep going. Ask for help. I can tell you that God is going to place the people into your life at precisely the right time that you need them most. That's what He's done for me. He will continue to provide the strength you need to keep going so that you don't give up. This is going to help you to persevere through all of the difficult situations and circumstances that you're going to face. But it all begins with you. You have to believe in yourself. Always. Stay strong. Stay determined. And you will overcome. I know you can do anything you put your mind to. And God is going to make a way where there is no way. I am living proof of this. He will not fail you. He is the one thing that you can always count on to have your back. Remember, it's not always going to be easy. But if plan A doesn't work, guess what? There's 25 more letters in the alphabet. Change the plan, never the goal, and keep going until you find the plan that works best for you. There's a Cody Johnson song called Till You Can't. And these lyrics really hit home for me. And they say, if you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you've got a dream, chase it, 'cause it won't chase you back. You have your dreams for a reason. And just know and never forget that you have everything you need to make those dreams a reality. So you can't give up. Giving up, that means that nobody wins and everyone loses. I'm rooting for you to win, and I know you can. But I need you to know it, and I need you to believe it too with all of your heart. Focus only on what is in your control, not on what others say or do. They don't matter. Don't let the unexpected struggles and challenges of each day slow you down, as those are what's going to be what helps you to be able to overcome and become the person you're meant to be. I know this because I'm here talking to you today. And I wouldn't be here if I'd given up. So many times I wanted to give up, but I knew I had a purpose. And that was to help to provide hope and inspire and encourage anyone that's going through a similar struggle or any kind of a struggle that's ready to give up to keep going. I've learned to overcome, and I know you can too. Ephesians 3:20 says, "He is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine." God is saying to you today, "My child, you worry too much. Remember who I am. There's nothing too hard for me. You may not see it, but I have everything planned for you." I know this because of where I've been, where I am now, and where I'm going. And I am going to the place where I can continue to help as many people, more people than I ever could have imagined, who are in a place where they're struggling and ready to give up and have lost hope. I need to be that hope and inspire them so that they can keep fighting every day. If you found value in this, please share. Please like and follow my Facebook page, Elizabeth McCoy Inspires. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you know of someone that's currently in a situation where they've completely lost hope and don't know how to keep going, please share this with them. Also, comment below if you or someone you know and love is in need of prayer so that I can pray for them too. Thank you, and God bless.